People don't think Kane Parsons, the 21-year-old that ran the found footage series Backrooms on YouTube for like 4 years, they don't think he directed the movie that his series is based on. You don't think after all of this, he couldn't direct an hour and 30-minute movie. Kane Parsons has done more at 17 than I have at 20, and I cannot congratulate him more, because he must feel pretty goddamn good right now. Yes, I did just wake up, and I have my warped memory of a coffee. It's like coffee, but I don't really remember it right, so it's not the same. A24's Backrooms is based off the aforementioned series ran by Kane Pixels, which is based off of the aforementioned creepypasta The Backrooms, which is also based off of this image. If you're not careful and you no-clip out of reality in the wrong areas, you'll end up in the Backrooms, where it's nothing but the stink of old moist carpet, the madness of mono yellow, and the endless background noise of fluorescent lights at maximum hum buzz, and approximately 600 million square miles of randomly segmented rooms to be trapped in. God save you if you hear something wandering around nearby, because it sure as hell heard you. I remember hearing Nick Crowley talk about this back in like 8th grade and genuinely being paranoid I would no-clip through a wall. It creeped me out. It's kind of one of those like campfire stories that only exists really as a concept, and it can be interpreted any way really. Right now there's a big divide in the liminal space community on which version of the Backroom should have been adapted. Because right now there's two apparently. Number one is the really heavy atmospheric one. Just endless dread, infinity. No monsters, just the thought of something being in there with you. And number two is the monsters, the cryptids, the levels, the whole Poppy's playtime bullshit. Here's something a lot of people don't understand. With the movie, you can have your monsters in your atmosphere with a little thing called pacing. For those of you who don't know, and I know there's some, liminal spaces are supposed to be like these dreamlike areas that feel strangely familiar, yet something is off. You just can't ignore that something is off. Whether it be like a featureless office space or a house that doesn't look like it should be there, they feel overwhelmingly nostalgic, yet you get the sense, I shouldn't be here. How I've always interpreted it is, whatever you're looking at or whatever you're seeing, you know that it's pretending, and you know that it knows that you see it. It feels like some faceless entity is trying to lure you in with some kind of nostalgia so it can, I don't know, get you. Anyway, Backrooms plot. We follow Clark, a failing business owner dealing with alcoholism. He's doing his damnedest to keep his furniture store open, and it's gotten so bad to the point where he's going to therapy. One day in the bottom of this furniture store, I love that it's a furniture store, Clark no-clips into the Backrooms and is able to get out. Obviously, he tells his therapist about this, and she's like, yeah, Clark, are you fucking crazy? So Clark then sets out to gain proof with the help of his two employees. Kane did a masterful job at making this quite literally feel like one of the old Backrooms videos. The world around them just feels liminal. Yes, it's detailed and everything, but it's just the color grading is so exaggerated on purpose, and all of the angles are supposed to be like, yeah, I could see this anywhere, but it doesn't really like settle with me. All of the surroundings are like intentionally simplistic. It was just incredible to see. The aesthetic that he built with this as well. There's always sun coming through some window and it's blocked by trees and it's casting like this weird chromatic blue and yellow hue onto the carpet. All of the furniture is like the dark stained 90s furniture with like the gold details on it. Type of crap you would find in an antique store. They do a really good job at the analogy of the Backrooms with it being like, it's this place that's misremembering things. How it mirrors the subconscious being really acquainted with a memory of a memory to the point where it's warped version of what it really was. Literally, the stacks of furniture that they come across in the movie have significance. Where the movie kind of nosedived for me is where it was more or less glazing the concept of the Backrooms rather than telling a story about the Backrooms, if that makes sense. They build up this idea of this place that's misremembering things and how it's supposed to be a mirror of the human subconscious. They don't make that the focus, really. For the majority, it isn't people being stuck in here like, where is this place? Instead, they're like, this is what it is, watch us do stuff in it. Here's what we think it is, watch us do stuff. Never do I really feel scared of the Backrooms, and I don't know if that was the intention because we've become so acquainted with the Backrooms over the years. The entities that do linger behind corners, yes, there's entities. The entities that do linger just behind the corners are creepy, but they're more or less creepy to look at. There's this whole, the deeper you get, the crazier you get, but there's literally just a time jump with a character where it's like, oh, I'm a really grounded character and I have experience in the backgrounds of my past that'll help us get out of here. No, it just cuts to him minutes later, and he's like, oh, I'm fucking crazy now. Nothing's really shown, it's told. Visually, this movie's incredible. This is the best depiction of liminal spaces out there for me. But with this being the best depiction of liminal spaces put to screen, I feel like this is more interesting than it is intriguing. Like, it'll go through all these cool different liminal spaces, and it's like, okay, we're here. Yeah, I'm looking around, and this is creepy. What else is there, though, apart from it just looking creepy? Async, which is the organization studying the background in Kane's original series, is really just kind of like in the background of this movie. It is creepy for some characters to be traveling through this like endless office space and see like wires going to a specific room and like random cameras, but they don't at all feel intimidating, alongside the fact that one of the cast members that works for Async was built up as like this big reveal. We're not showing him in any of the trailers. He's working for Async. Is he gonna be the bad guy? Apart from people with clipboards, they're not intimidating. What I think could have helped this movie was if they established a main character, it focused more on story, and it presented the unexplainable rather than explaining the concept. My favorite part though was a segment where a character got separated from the group with the camcorder, and they're just running deeper and deeper and deeper into the back rooms, and they're coming across shit that's just passing you, and you're just left to be like, what the fuck? I think that was perfect, and it felt literally nightmarish, like you're literally falling deeper and deeper into the space. This dude is so good at making liminal space his profession. Quick rant here, you tell me the guy that played the hybrid in Alien Romulus is gonna be playing an entity in the Backrooms, and this is the only entities we've ever gotten? I didn't expect it to become mascot horror. Other highlights include the different levels. The music is incredible. Cinematography, set design, immaculate. Really, really good analogies. It's just, it doesn't really go anywhere. As of now, I'm going to give Kane Parsons Backrooms a good 6 out of 10. Maybe a 6.5. I need to simmer with it. The ending is going to split people down the middle, I feel like. Well, that was Kane Pixel's Backrooms, and if you have anything I missed, or if you want to bring up your thoughts in the comments, I would love to hear them. Now, if you'll excuse me,
oh, this is some bullshit! So there's cameras, alright. You think the mechanics are actually edible, or it's like some cosmic shit? Well, there's the exit. Shit. Hello? Is this a memory of a bygone time? Is this a manifestation of my subconscious? Am I stuck in the past? Be a chub for this, but I know for a fact this was an Annie Ann's. What the fuck? This is some whimsical shit right here. Yep, I'm leaving.